issues and insights. My name is Megan Cable with Heartland Communications. Today I have the pleasure of talking with Barbara Baker from the city of Radcliff. There are so many events happening with Radcliff right now. Please tell me what's going on and all these things that we have.
Okay. I brought all my papers because it's way too many to remember. I have like 15 things.
Yes.
So we do have a ton of stuff going on that has started now and that will go on until this summer. As you know, I'm the naturalist there for the city of Radcliff through Saunders Springs, through Parks and Rec. So I brought Parks and Rec activities and also some Saunders Springs activities.
Perfect. Let's get into it.
So, okay, the first thing we have is I started a kind of a fun thing on Facebook. It's called Nature's Weekly Wonders. So every Thursday, if you go to the Saunders Springs Nature Preserve Facebook page, you get a special picture and some little information. So some of the things that we covered, the first one we did was January the 9th, and we had snow falling.
Yes.
And then the next one, we had snow cover, talking about how the sound waves travel. So we've had quite a bit of snow.
Oh, yes, we have. There was so much snow in January.
Yes. So I'm like, it's kind of hard coming up with some more fun things. But now we're finally getting into some flowers. We've had some moss on the outcroppings, and now we've got flowers. And our latest one yesterday was our daffodils coming up along the along the cabins on the entrance.
And those are just beautiful.
Yes, they are non-native, I'm aware. But you also have to have something welcoming you to the park. And several years ago, Mayor Duval and the Radcliffe City Council donated their own money, and we put hundreds of daffodils along the entrance along the wood line.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, that's just beautiful.
Yeah,
and Saunders Springs already just has such a beautiful and welcoming entrance. And once you get in there, it's just so much nature that is beauty. And just you have that moment to just be serene in the out of doors. And Saunders Springs really brings that to Radcliff.
Right. You are pretty much in the middle of town, with Walmart being right on the other side. But you never know. You never know.
It's just
so
stunning.
Quiet once you're back there. So anyway, that is always fun that we do. The next thing we have going on right now is, with the pool at Calvin Community Center.
Yes, ma'am.
So we are looking for lifeguards and people to do the concession stand. So if anybody is interested in applying for those jobs, the deadline on applications is April the 4th. They can go to radcliffrecreation.com and get the application, or you can call the community center, which the phone number is 270-351-4079.
Awesome. And that's the perfect summer job for a lot of our youth in Radcliff as well, right?
It is.
It is perfect. And I know that even growing up, there was a lot of students from North who would be on the swim team who were perfect for those lifeguard positions there at Radcliff.
Right. And, I feel real strongly about having a pool. A splash pad's great.
Yes.
But you're not learning to swim at a splash pad.
Exactly.
And being able to swim, that can save your life. Speaking from somebody who is not a good swimmer.
Yes.
So I really value that for people that are.
Absolutely. And having some time outside and just enjoying the weather, that's perfect.
Yes. So, that goes from Memorial Day weekend usually until about the middle of August.
Okay.
So a lot of our lifeguards are high school students or college students.
Yes.
So once school goes back, it's really hard to keep it staffed.
Yeah.
So we usually have to cut that season a little bit short.
A little shorter than normal. Yeah, but that's perfect for students to have some time during the summer and to spend time outside and having a good job for the summer, right?
Yes, it is. It's great.
Yes, ma'am.
And you get to work at Calvin, which is a wonderful place to
Yes,
be.
great to pad your resume there.
Yes. The next thing we have, and this started April the 15th, and it's different Saturdays. I can leave this and you can put it on screen.
Yes.
We have scrapbooking.
Yes.
From 10 to 2.
Okay.
Bring your supplies, but we have the tables there. We have, some extra scissors and things maybe.
And where is that at?
It's Calvin.
At the Calvin. Okay,
the Calvin
perfect.
Community Center.
And so is that...
It's free.
Yes, ma'am. And so is that often people who enjoy scrapbooking or they're wanting to learn about scrapbooking? What does that event look like?
There's a lot of people that would come, and then they can help you. But we do have one of our ladies on staff. She's a scrapbooker,
Okay.
and she's there, so she can help guide them with what they want to do and help bounce some ideas. Sometimes if you're sitting at home and you're like, I don't know what to do with this, and if you are in a place with some other people and bounce ideas off,
Yes.
it can really help.
Awesome. Well, that is a wonderful event for our arts and crafters.
So the next one of those is April the 26th.
Okay.
And like I said, from 10 to 2 at Colvin.
So about once a month through the end of the year.
Yes, it go all the way till December 20th.
Perfect.
So we have that.
Wonderful.
Then the next thing we have, and this was going on right as I was walking out the door,
Yes.
we have started a little walking group at Colvin Community Center.
Okay.
So that starts every Monday and Friday at 9:30,
Okay.
and they walk about a mile. We've got a walking track back there around the basketball courts and the playground and the tennis court. So it's about 6 laps around,
Okay.
but you're never far from the bathroom or a drink of water,
Yes, ma'am.
which is good.
Exactly. So we'll have different people from the community that are spending some time together outside.
Yes,
and going
and we
for good
take all
walks.
ages. As I was leaving, there was a lady that came with a stroller.
Oh,
so,
perfect.
that way she's safe. She's got a good place to walk. She knows dogs aren't going to come barking at her and her baby, because you never know when you're just walking in a neighborhood what you're
You're
going to run
right.
into.
You're right.
So it's a good, safe place for
Perfect.
that.
Yes.
So that took, when we walked it last week, about 20 minutes.
Okay.
20, 25 minutes.
So nice, good 20-minute walk. Perfect. And so Monday and Friday, and that will be going through how long?
It does not say, so I'm thinking for the end of the year.
All righty. That's
You know,
perfect
as
then.
long as weather.
Oh, of course.
We've always got to deal with the weather.
Yes, ma'am. And you never know in Kentucky what
You
that could
never,
look like.
never know. But, just 10 minutes of walking helps with your brain chemistry and
Yes.
boosting just your,
Your overall mood.
Yes.
Honestly, yes. It's a head-to-toe
it really
experience
does.
for
And
sure.
if you want to walk fast, you can walk fast. If you want to walk slow,
Leisure.
if you're just getting in shape, it's good for that. You don't have to do all the laps.
Yep.
Maybe you want to do one.
Yes. Wonderful.
So, anyway, we got that, trying to have something
Good.
for the community.
Yes. All right, so what's our next event that we've got going on?
Okay, so the next thing we have is actually tomorrow, but we're going to air after this event.
Yes.
But this is our Saunders Springs Shootout. It is March 22nd. So it is an all-day long event because in the morning, starting at 8, we have trail runs. So we have a 5K, 10K, and also up to a 30K endurance race.
Wow.
And we also have a kids race that's going to start at 9, and that's free. The kids race is free. The
Oh,
rest
that's
of it is a fundraiser for Saunders Springs Nature Preserve and Kimba Lincoln Trails, which is the mountain bike
Yes.
group, and also some other local bicycle groups that we have, the interscholastic biking thing. That is middle and high school students.
Okay.
They have their own racing organization.
Wow. I didn't know that was up there. That is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. So they'll all come out. So in the morning we have our trail runs, and then in the afternoon, starting at 1, we have our mountain bikes.
Yes. Okay.
And on our mountain bikes, it's a 6-hour endurance race.
Wow.
So you can do a solo race, a duo, a 4-person team, whatever you need to get through 6 hours.
Yes.
With our elevation
Yes.
at
Which
Saunders
is
Springs, which
definitely
is fun. So it's not for the faint of heart.
No. Okay. Well, that sounds like an incredible event for tomorrow.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I think the weather's supposed to be good.
Yes.
It's supposed to be a little warmer than today.
Which is good.
Yes. So we're excited about that, so that should be good.
That will be wonderful. And is that something that we're going to have annually as well?
This is our 3rd year.
Perfect. Okay. So then, regardless, we know that it can be on the calendar for next year, too.
It's already set, and it's in April. I hesitate to say the day. I think the 11th, if
Okay.
that's a Saturday.
Perfect. Then we know for next year as
So
well.
it should be right around in there, and if
Wonderful.
that's not. So our next thing, we're about maybe not halfway through the list yet. Our next thing is at Colvin Community Center. We have spring break activities.
Okay.
So these will be starting Monday, March 31st. We have a rain stick craft. And these are from 1 to 3.
Okay.
All week, 1 to 3. And again, they're free.
Yes.
So you can't beat free.
No, you cannot.
Just stay with your child.
Yes.
So Monday we're doing the rain stick craft. Tuesday, April 1st is bubble art.
Okay.
So that should be fun.
That sounds wonderful.
Wednesday we have Mundo, which is they're going to make some kind of doughy thing. It looked very interesting when she was showing us.
Okay.
Thursday we have canvas painting. And Friday we have ice cream in a bag.
Oh, that is so fun.
So hopefully we have warm weather for that so
Yes.
that they can enjoy their ice cream
Enjoy it outside, yes. Well, that's perfect for spring break coming right up around the corner and having some activities for our students and for our younger kids.
Yes, yes. And that puts us to April.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, April is busy, busy.
Okay, where are we starting?
First thing we're starting with is April cleanup, which
Okay.
the city always does.
Yes,
If you
every
have
year.
it is trash, but things that you no longer need in your house that you're wanting to get rid of, big bulk items that the city will pick up for free and
Wonderful.
take care of. They will take paint, but no more than 10 gallons.
Okay.
Used tires, but no more than 10. Metal, household items, or household appliances, as long as the Freon is removed and it has a sticker.
Okay.
Used motor oil, and small household items that are not normally picked up in your
normal
trash
trash.
can, in
Okay.
your normal trash. So that's going on. All you need to do is call Radcliff Public Works at 351-8150.
Perfect. So then they know to come by and pick that up for you.
Yes, so that you can get on their list. Otherwise, they're not going to know if you don't call and let them know that that's out there.
Yes. So let's get that spring cleaning done. We're
Yes.
ready to start fresh for the season
Yes.
and going into a good year.
And that is all month.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
So,
Full month of April.
full month of April.
We love that.
Yes. So anyway, place the items by your curb and do not mix them with trash, limbs, or leaves.
Okay. All right.
that
So
they
keep it
can
nice
get
and
'em.
separate.
Yes,
All right.
because they use different equipment to get
Yes, ma'am.
the limbs and leaves. So that brings us to more walking.
Yes.
So we've started at Saunders Springs Wednesday walkabouts.
Okay.
So that is every Wednesday at 11 o'clock at the Welcome Center, the Vince Keita Welcome Center right there at the top of the hill.
Yes, ma'am.
And let me show you what I have. We've come up with this
Yes.
because you can mark if you've been
Yes.
and if you saw an animal, if you saw a plant. So you can kind of keep a little diary as you go along to see, because really at Saunders Springs, you can walk a trail once a week.
And you'll
And
see
you're in a
something
different trail.
every time.
It's a different trail every week you go, because there's always something changing.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You may
then
see a
that's-
turtle one day, you may see the deer, you may
Yes.
see, some frogs.
And that's
all kinds of
wonderful.
things.
Oh, yes. We love that. I really enjoy that. That's something that we'll have to definitely go out and do as
Yes,
well.
and that's any age. We're going to adjust the walk for who's there
Okay. Then that's really good.
and see what their interests are and which way we're going to go.
Perfect.
And I'm thinking that's going to last about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Just depends on the crowd
Yes,
that
and
is
who's there and what they're wanting to kind of see and be involved with and what they
Because you
can
don't have to
handle.
register for that. You can just show up.
Just show up. Wonderful.
Yes, so that I'm kind of excited. And again, weather permitting.
Yes, ma'am.
So also April the 11th, we have Pictures with the Easter Bunny.
Yes.
And that is going to be at Colvin Community Center from 6 to 8. So free pictures with the Easter Bunny because,
Okay.
it's that time of year.
It's that time of year. Yes, spring brings Easter always. So having that time with family, I know it's always fun to take kids out there and see them just kind of interacting and learning something new, and I think that'll be perfect.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We're looking forward to that. And again, that's another free event. We're going to have some games and activities and some
Okay.
music.
Wonderful.
So it'll be kind of like a party type thing.
Yes, a wonderful family event
Yeah, so that'll be good. And that is at Calvin.
at Colvin on April 11th. Okay.
Yes. So the next day,
Yes, on the
which
12th.
that must be on a Friday.
Yes. We're having a busy week.
We have a lot of busy weeks. April's going to be a killer.
Yes.
So on Saturday, April the 12th, we have the community yard sale.
Okay.
So that is at, let me make sure I'm telling you right, City Hall parking lot. That's what I thought.
Okay.
So it starts up at City Hall parking lot at 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Setup begins at 7:30, first
Okay.
come, first served basis. You must come in on Freedom's Way
Okay.
because you've got to, monitor that traffic because
Yes.
people's trying to set up and cars coming. So if everybody can be patient and listen to us and go where and when we tell them to go so
Yes.
that it's safe
Yes.
for everybody.
So
and
everybody-
they do need to stay until 1 o'clock.
Okay. So people can just come, bring the items that they have for yard sale, and sell their items, stay till 1, and then they'll be able to leave.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yes. So, because a lot of times, it's hard to,
Yes.
especially if you live like on a dead-end street,
Yes.
different things like that. If you're not on a major road, a lot of people aren't going to drive or
Be able
don't
to
even
come
see.
around. Exactly.
to
So this
go.
will be a good place for everybody to kind of have
And
it at
it's
the same
usually
time.
full.
Yes. Okay. Good.
It's usually very full. So, again, we're hoping for weather on that's sunny and warm, not overly hot.
Yes. And no rain.
No rain. Yes. So after that later that evening, we have our full moon hike.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if I have told you about our full moon hikes
You have
before.
not.
Okay. So starting last year, we came up with this idea. Vince Carmen, who's the chair of the forestry board,
Yes, ma'am.
he was out in eastern Kentucky talking to some of his mountain bike people, and they said, "Oh, we do this full moon hike." And he brought it back, and he's like, "Yeah, they do a full moon hike. I wonder if we can do that." I'm like,
Why
"Sounds
not?"
Simple enough.
Yes.
So we have started that. So we did all of last year. So sometimes you don't get to do every month because of weather. The moon's there, but sometimes the weather for us
weather's
is not
yes.
is not good. But we had one lady that did all of them
Wow.
last year.
Okay.
So that was kind of fun.
Yes.
So, but anyway, this next one is the pink moon.
Okay.
And most of the moons are named after the Indians.
Yes.
And the pink moon, do you know why it's called pink, Megan?
No, ma'am.
That is when the wild phlox starts blooming.
Okay.
So, and it's a lot of times pink or purple.
Mhm.
So it's called the pink moon.
Okay.
Now, the last moon we had this month, which this is a very interesting fact, was the worm moon.
Okay.
And it is called the worm moon because now in March, the ground is finally warming up enough that the worms are starting to get to the top part of the soil and you see worms.
Okay.
So you didn't think about this,
Yeah.
but November, December, January, February, you didn't see any worms
No,
out.
ma'am. No. Too cold.
To go. They have gone deeper in the ground.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
So,
So pink moon will
the
be
pink moon,
April 12th.
April 12th,
Okay.
and that is at Saunders Springs
Okay.
at the Welcome Center. And that will start at 7:45.
All right.
So that we do like for people to register, and you register at RadcliffRecreation.com.
Okay.
So we try to have about 30 people. For the worm moon, we had 32 and 2 dogs,
Oh my gosh.
and we saw the deer,
Yes.
and we saw bats,
Oh wow. Okay.
and we did see a dead vulture on the side of the
Oh,
trail.
no.
That's nature.
Yes, ma'am.
So we just kept walking,
Uh-huh.
and we saw the moon.
Yeah.
And at the end, somebody looked up, and the satellite train was going overhead.
Yes.
It's like, that was perfect.
Wow, what a wonderful evening that had to have been.
Yeah, it was perfect. So you never know what you're going to find out there. Most of the time we have found an animal or some nature,
Yes.
which is why we're out there. And it's just fun. You bring a flashlight.
Yes. So then it's nice and
It's just
safe.
kind of fun to walk in the woods in the dark
Of course.
because normally it's locked.
Yeah.
You know, it's closed.
So having that time to spend out there and to experience the full moon each month, that is wonderful.
Yeah, so that's been a big hit, and that goes year round.
Okay.
So after April the 12th, then May the 12th, which is a Monday, that's going to be the flower moon.
Okay.
And you can guess why.
Yes.
Why that one.
At that point, we are seeing all of our flowers
All of the
bloomed
flowers,
and
yes.
looking wonderful. Yes.
So the full moon hikes have been fun. I'm glad we've started doing that.
Yeah.
So still in April, but the next week, we have Earth Day is April 22nd.
Yes, it is.
So Green River Waste Management and Girl Scout Troop 1083 and Saunders Springs Nature Preserve are partnering together, and we are going to put 2 recycling bins out at Saunders Springs.
Okay. To have some time to recycle and to preserve our
Well, and the bottles that you have while you're out there with your water bottle. We don't want
Yes.
people bringing stuff.
Okay, so it's what is already out there whenever you're already out there. Okay.
When you're out there with your water, you know, you don't want to throw your water bottle in the trash, but you can put it in that recycling
Okay.
bins, which will be right next to the trash cans.
Okay, perfect.
So that will be up by the bathrooms, which is across from the Welcome Center, and also down at the Scout area,
Okay.
the camping area.
Wonderful. Okay, well that's going to be
So-
really good to have out there. And will that be a permanent fixture, or is it just going to be? Okay.
Yes.
Good. What a wonderful day to
So,
celebrate.
we had
Earth
that
Day.
years ago, and that troop actually had it, and then we don't really know what happened to the bins.
Yeah.
It just kind of disappeared.
Yes.
But we
But
wanted
now,
to bring that back.
reinstating it. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
And the Girl Scout troop said they would be glad to take care of that for us, so we're
good.
excited.
Okay, all right. We love that.
So try to save the environment,
Yes,
you know, the
ma'am.
best we can, a little bit at a time.
Yes, ma'am.
So Thursday of that week, April 24th,
Okay.
at 6:30. This is at another park. This is at Radcliff City Park at the amphitheater.
Yes, ma'am.
We are so excited to have Shakespeare Louisville come down, and they're going to do Shakespeare in the Park,
Oh, wow.
and they're doing Macbeth.
Oh, that is
So
going to be wonderful.
we are so excited
Yes,
about
ma'am.
that. First time that's ever been here in Radcliff.
Yes. So that's going to be something brand new that we
Yes.
haven't done before. That'll be a
Yes.
wonderful experience to have.
So bring your own chair.
Okay.
We will have food trucks there,
Okay.
and hopefully a wonderful weather.
Yes.
If the weather is bad, we will have the rain spaces at Colvin Community Center
Okay.
if it rains. But the gentleman from Louisville Shakespeare came down and liked the amphitheater, said it should be perfect for their performance.
Oh, good. That'll be a
So-
wonderful thing for families to experience together.
Yes, yes. So that's good.
Good. Good.
We are super excited about that.
Yes.
And the next thing we have, the next day, Friday, the 25th of April,
Okay.
is Arbor Day.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have come up with this little phrase.
Yes.
It says, help celebrate Arbor Day, let's plant a tree. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago.
Yes.
The second best time is Arbor Day.
Yes, ma'am.
So with that, we are partnered with Radcliff Elementary School for their 4th grade.
Yes.
We're going to go there, and each one of the students is going to get a persimmon tree.
Oh, that is wonderful. So they'll all be able to plant their trees.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. And we chose a persimmon because it's not a huge tree. You know, if you have a smaller yard,
Yes.
the persimmon should fit in that. Also, it's wonderful benefits for the wildlife,
Yes, ma'am.
because when the persimmon gets ripe, a lot of times, from what I've heard, you don't get to eat the persimmon because the squirrels and the deer and the birds
Yes.
are all
They've already
about
come up.
that.
Yes.
So So we're all about that. And the next thing that I have, our last thing, I don't know how we are on time, but
doing great.
our last thing, and this we are super, super excited about also, is I was able to get in contact with Broadbent Wildlife Sanctuary over in Irvington.
Yes.
And they are going to bring their animals and do an educational program for 3 Saturdays during the summer.
Okay.
Those dates are May the 17th, June 21st, and July the 19th. And
Okay.
those will be from 1 to 3. And she's going to bring what she has.
Oh,
so I
that
can't
would
tell
be
you what
so
she's
good.
bringing yet. 'Cause
Yes.
It's going to be a surprise.
It's whatever they've already got.
It's what
that
little
they're
babies
working
that they have. If it's squirrels or bunnies or birds or I don't know
Everything.
what.
Yes, okay. Well, that will be such a wonderful event.
Yes.
And where will that be at?
That will be at Saunders Springs.
Okay.
Right now, I think it's going to be in front of the cabins because that's our flattest, most level place. So I'm thinking that's where it is, but we'll let you know if it changes. Now, with them, it's free
Yes.
for us, for the city, but they do ask for donations.
Yes. Just
So-
to make sure that they can have funds to continue this preservation.
And we have actually collected something today. Somebody had brought in. So we're going ahead and starting collecting for them because they need it
Yes.
now. And you can do dog and cat food, baby food, eggs, canned tuna, dried mealworms, anything they can use for bedding, cleaning supplies.
Yes. Okay, well, that is
All
wonderful.
kinds of things.
So not
they
only
would
will
greatly
we,
appreciate.
yes, not only will we get to be able to learn and interact with these animals, we'll also be able to give back.
Yes.
Wonderful.
To help them so that they can continue to help save the wildlife. You know, we are a nature preserve over at Saunders Springs, so
Yes.
this is perfect.
Right up our alley.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Barbara, for spending time with us and sharing all of these events that are happening in Radcliff right here in our springtime and heading into summer. And we're really excited to share that with all of you as well. Thank you again for joining us for another episode of Issues and Insights. We'll see you soon.